Presenting the world's only business school without the BS.
He be the Z and I be the C. Teaching business skills from Clay to Z. We both grew up poor, but we're poor no more. The goal of this show is to help you score. I couldn't see the light until my son could see, but I learned to rock the mic in the high school scene. A young DJ with Thrive Nation, I tell you what, I am fired up today for you because this is the day that the Lord has made, and you should rejoice and be glad in it. It is profound that you are above the ground. So be a verb and not a noun. Take some freaking action. Have some passion. Live your best life now. You can do it. And so many people, thousands of people have literally attended our Thrivetime show workshops. And now we have one last opportunity for you to get free tickets. Right now we have the capacity to accommodate 4 more people. We're sold out, but we've kind of expanded so we can get more people in there. So if you want to get free tickets for our in-person Thrivetime show workshop, it's very simple. All you have to do is Google search Thrive15, so that's Thrive15. I'll do it right now while I'm on the show, so we'll see how long it takes. I'm going to Google Thrive15 and Jinx. I'm pulling it up. Thrive15 and Jinx. I'm pulling it up there. Now, Chup, it took me about 4 seconds.
It's not too bad.
Then once you go to Thrivetime Show and Jinx, you're going to find our listing. There's a picture of the Thrivetime Show building. You're going to see 300-plus reviews. And just leave us an objective review. Tell us how we're doing with the show. And then email us your contact information, proof that you did it, just like a screenshot, or I'll take your word for it if your name matches the review. I mean, it doesn't require rocket science here. Just email us your contact information to info@thrivetimeshow.com, and we'll give you 2 free tickets. So you're getting $200 of value right there, plus you get 2 copies of the Boom Book, which is a $20 book as well. So you're getting $240 of free stuff for just writing a review. Another thing you can do, you can Google search Thrivetime Show and iTunes. Another one, Thrivetime Show and iTunes. And when you find the Thrivetime Show on iTunes, you could subscribe to the podcast, leave us an objective review, and email us your contact information to info@thrivetimeshow.com. And again, we can get you those free tickets. But the thing is so many people put off living because they think someday it's going to be all right. Remember, someday is not a day on the calendar. There's Monday, there's Tuesday, there's Wednesday, there's Thursday, there's Friday, and some people believe there's Saturday and there's Sunday. But typically there's not a someday. Now, someday is the day that falls between now and never. Now and never. It's a thing. So what happens? A lot of people just said someday is the key to getting to never. It's like, what's the bridge? How do I get from where I am now to something that'll never occur? Oh, just get on Someday Boulevard, and you just meander down that thing, and you're going to find yourself living in a van down by the river. Not because by default, life is terrible. By default, your finances are going to be terrible. By default, your marriage will be horrible. But if you're proactive and intentional about designing the life you want to live, then you can absolutely have success. So a member of the Thrive Nation emailed us. They took action, and they emailed us, and they asked a question. Should I care about life balance if I'm starting a business? When's the right time to prioritize balance? Okay.
Here we go.
You asked for it. I'm going to give it to you.
Raw and real. Here we go.
Chuck, first read the notable quotable from Jack Welch, the #1 CEO, one of the top CEOs in American history, who grew GE, General Electric, by 4,000% during his tenure.
Okay, so Jack Welch says, there's no such thing as work-life balance. There are work-life choices, and you make them, and they have consequences.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you a polarizing example.
Oh my gosh!
I went to Owensboro to help a church out there, and I was helping them with their workflows. And I spent the entire day helping them make the workflows. So the entire day I was making workflows, which means I'm making a linear path on a whiteboard of how their church is supposed to operate to increase efficiency and to find linkage problems in the linear work
places
flow.
where the ball is getting dropped, right?
Right. Yeah. And then that's what I did. So I wasn't balanced. I was focusing on my core task until success. That's what I was doing. Then after we did that, we went out to dinner with the pastor and his wife, and we had a great time. And then after that, because I have 5 kids and they weren't with me, I had a lot of sex. And then I just kept having sex pretty much the entire time we were there. Because it's in the context of marriage. It's good. It's a good thing.
It's
right?
good. It's a good thing.
Right? It's a good thing. There's actually
great
Bible.
Cardio.
There's great cardio.
Yes.
And I
Get that heart rate up.
Well, I was trying to set a record. We were only there for 3 days, and I'm like, we've got to stay focused. We got to be committed. But let me tell you what, you block out time. You say, here's the deal. We gotta block out time.
Now,
here.
was that on your calendar?
No, but we talked about it.
Okay.
I mean, I'm intentional. I'm just telling you. You read Napoleon Hill's book about sex transmutation, and you'll get it. But the point is, you got to schedule time for what matters. So when I was having sex, oddly enough, I didn't call my kids and check on them at that very moment.
Or your business partners, or your mom, or
but
anybody.
I think people get it twisted,
Please
and they
don't
try
think
to
about that during that time.
But I think a lot of people. I give you polarizing examples because I'm trying to get them stuck in your head. I'm trying to think about this though. A lot of people are trying to grow their business, Charles, while they are also golfing, or they're trying to golf while they're trying to do their accounting, or they're trying to. So you have to focus to grow Co-Law Fitness, do you not?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. My favorite time is either early or late, where there's no kids, no distractions, and all I am doing is just focused on and actually get more
So
energy.
talk to me. What time did you start work, and what time did you end every day when you started Co-Law Fitness?
Well, generally, my first client was 4 a.m., and sometimes my last one was at 10 p.m., which would last till about 11 p.m. So, but I loved what I did.
So you worked 18 hours a day.
It's not every day, but I would say Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, Thursdays. I did a lot of sales, and I did.
Did you work on Sunday or Saturday?
I mean, I was trying to prepare for the next week, so I mean, generally Sunday afternoon, yes.
So you were working between 14 and 15 hours a day, 7 days a week.
I would stop and do what I needed to do to keep my marriage and my family okay.
Smart.
So it's like you have to kind of watch your wife like it's like some like mysterious animal that you're hunting, and if they start to kind of act goofy, you can't just ask them, "Are you okay?" They say yes. But they're really, everything on their body language is saying no. You stop and you do whatever you got to do.
Well, Dr. Z talks about this all the time, right? He says if you are spending too much time, if your quote unquote work-life balance is getting too out of whack, they're going to tell you. Your people at home are going to let you know, right? So actually listen to them, pay attention, because if your wife is saying, "Hey, honey," or your husband, "Hey, honey, haven't seen you in 6 weeks. You haven't seen the kids in a month and a half. What's the deal here?"
It takes you about 18 months, I've seen, of sowing seeds. First you till the soil, then you sow the seeds, watering the seeds, harvesting. It takes about, I've seen this, about 18 months to build a profitable and sustainable business, because it takes a while to get the word of mouth and the marketing and all that. So you can go faster with a business coach. You might be able to get it down to 12 months. I have one of my clients I worked with this year. He's a startup, and he's literally bringing in almost $18,000 a week of gross revenue on a 40% profit margin with a home-based business. That's crazy. So I've seen people go faster, but you got to have a disproportionate amount of focus to begin and to get it going. You got to focus, man. You can't be distracted. So
say no. Say no to things.
Yeah, just say no to a ton of stuff, and then just say yes to your faith, yes to your family, your finances, your fitness, your friendship, your fun. And then my little bonus, say yes to marital sex. I mean, I'm so tired of people I know who are married not having sex. What's wrong with you? You work so hard to chase her around and to get your married, and then what are you doing? You're having sex once a month? You need to go. What you need some sex therapy, and you need to go out there.
I think I need to leave.
I'm being serious though. I have a huge issue. I have so many men I know that are married. They're having sex every 2 months. That's not going to work, buddy. It's your duty.
It's been an hour and a half. Leave.
It's your duty to, on a daily basis, get close and get in close places. That's your daily duty. We come back, more non-sexual tips.
Intimate spaces.
We all have a wish and we all want to win, but we cannot begin without self-discipline. If you fall on your face, get yourself up again. Attach yourself to goals.